Severe avoidants often have a complete lack of self-awareness, and this lack of self-awareness comes from a lack of self-reflection. Avoidants, they learn from a young age to suppress their emotions, to run from their problems, and they also learn to not self-reflect. Because when you self-reflect, you have to face your feelings, face your fears, see where you've gone right, see where you've gone wrong. That means taking accountability, and that's painful. Those are the kind of painful emotions that they've learned to suppress and run from. So this lack of self-awareness can include a lack of understanding of how their actions impact others. They will often gaslight themselves and tell themselves that they did you a favor by discarding you, that you're really okay, you're not hurting. They don't want to take accountability for what they do because that would be incredibly, incredibly painful. Now, at some level, they understand that what they did was wrong and that they hurt you. However, they do try to gaslight themselves so they don't have to feel the guilt or the pain. And often they can convince themselves that this is actually true. Now, the self-reflection, the lack thereof, it can also lead to a lack of self-awareness of why they behave the way they do. They may not be aware of their own fears. They may not be understanding of why they shut down and push healthy, loving partners away. They may not be aware of their fears of abandonment, fears of rejection, fears of engulfment. They may not have any true awareness of these fears because they don't turn the eyeballs inward and actually look within themselves to see what it is within them that causes themselves to shut down, to push people away. They don't go there. It's too incredibly painful. So because of this, they can repeat the same cycle with partner after partner, or with the same partner over and over and over again. Love bombing, pulling away, discarding. Love bombing, pulling away, discarding. And they'll just tell themselves that they haven't found the right person. Because when they do this behavior, and because they don't want to self-reflect, they assign very surface level explanations to themselves as to why they had to do what they did. Because when you don't think about your feelings, how can you possibly articulate them or come up with a logical reason as to why you did what you did? So they'll tell themselves, I just can't ever find the right person, or this person was too needy, or I'm just too busy at work, I'm just too overwhelmed, right person, wrong time. I just can't give them what they need. And I'm just not ready for a relationship right now. And have a complete lack of self-awareness that they're also monkey branching, swinging from one limb to another without letting go of the previous limb until they have a new one in hand. That's a metaphor for serial dating. They can tell themselves they're not ready for a relationship, hop into another immediate relationship, and not even have an awareness that they are doing so. This is because, again, lack of self-reflection. With a lack of self-reflection comes a lack of accountability. And one thing that is very common with a severe avoidant that is not in the mindset of change is that they don't want to be accountable for anything. It's always somebody else's fault. There's somebody else to blame for their own behavior. As long as they aren't to blame, they don't have to be held accountable and they don't have to self-reflect, which is something that is just too painful for them to even consider.